Good afternoon and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Whitney is off tonight. We begin with severe weather that is forcing closures all across the U.S. Now Yellowstone National Park may be partially closed for the rest of the summer after flooding caused extensive damage to roadways and other parts of the park. And Montana's biggest city is at risk of running out of drinking water after the flooding impacted the water treatment plant there. A statewide emergency has since been declared. As Jonathan Bigliotti reports tonight, officials say the park may never look the same after its worst flooding in decades.
These are the floodwaters that tore through Red Lodge, Montana, which some say came without warning. Roads turned into rivers in a matter of minutes.
I woke up to my 10-year-old screaming downstairs. The water was flowing so quickly and rising so fast that I needed to get the breakers off.
They are the same waters that devastated Yellowstone National Park earlier this week.
Whoa.
Leaving scars on one of the nation's oldest, most treasured landmarks.
One aspect of climate change is that we're going to see more extreme weather events, and I think we're seeing that not only in Montana, but around the country and around the world. Events that really exceed what we've seen in recorded history.
The Montana National Guard has flown some 90 people to safety.
When was the last time you saw something like this?
No one's ever seen anything like this.
Red Lodge Fire Chief Tom Kuntz says some 250 homes have been damaged by the floods.
That boulder right there gives you a sense of the power of this water, that boulder originally was in our main street. The river literally came right through here and went through these folks' house. The river was going through their living room.
Kuntz says the weather here has been both extreme and unpredictable.
A year ago we were on fire. A year later we're wet. We have the highest stream flows that the area has ever seen.
Experts fear even the nation's most protected national parks, like Yellowstone, are now at risk because of our changing climate.
We have to really plan for change. The infrastructure in places like Yellowstone is not ready for climate change. We're seeing roads wash out, landslides. We need to give that some more thought.
And the water has receded here in Red Lodge, leaving behind what you could not see at the time. These are massive boulders, some of them easily hundreds of pounds. They came from the riverbed, which puts into perspective just how strong this current was. The fire chief tells me in his 27 years on the job, he has not seen a single flooding event until this week. Jonathan Bigliotti, CBS News, Red Lodge, Montana.
In Spokane, severe rain and thunderstorms over the past few weeks, or days rather, caused some minor flooding. And 2 weeks ago, it even caused an incredibly destructive mudslide over in Okanogan County. On that note, let's check in with our weather today with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. A pretty nice day for the inland Northwest, but Jeremy, you are once again tracking rain and thunderstorms heading our way, right?
It feels like we just can't catch a break, Mark.
Right.
Yeah, and as we move through the next day or so, those thunderstorms will make their way back in. Looks a little bit different than what we've been seeing with recent rounds, but let's go ahead and talk about it. 71 degrees, and last night at this time, we were talking about the potential for flash flooding earlier this morning. The good news is that didn't pan out. We just didn't quite get that moisture that we thought we would, so that is good news. Where we are still seeing moisture and a continued rise is expected is going to be along the Pend Oreille River just downstream of the Albany Falls. That is expected to continue through next week, so we're likely going to be talking about that quite a bit, especially with incoming moisture. Right now, it's not really happening. A couple of stray showers is about it. You can see some of the clouds trying to hold moisture for us here in eastern Washington, but for the most part, we're pretty good. Tomorrow, it's a different story. We're going to get a push of moisture almost directly from the south. Look at this band. It just sets up directly southerly, and if you're under it, it's likely that band will have some convection or thunderstorms, and into Saturday, we catch a bit of a break, and then we're right back at it. So it is a lot in the world of weather as we head into the next few days. Overnight, here's what you need to know. We fall into the 50s, and by tomorrow, we're climbing into the upper 70s across the inland Northwest.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. Spokane police arrested a man accused of sexual assault early yesterday morning. With the help from the community, it took less than a day to find him after that assault happened in North Spokane. Daniel McGee is charged with rape and kidnapping. He appeared in court for these charges this afternoon. According to Spokane County court documents, early Tuesday morning, McGee approached a woman at a bus stop on Wellesley and Alberta. The suspect then pointed a handgun at her and threatened to kill her if she didn't follow. He then sexually assaulted her. Court documents show the victim feared for her life. When he left, the victim went to a nearby gas station and called for help. We obtained exclusive Ring camera video that shows a man matching the suspect's description. It shows that man in a bandana walking down the street about an hour prior to the assault. The video was captured at a home about a mile and a half away from where the alleged assault happened. This afternoon, a judge set that man's bond at $500,000. Well, back in April, detectives with the Spokane County Sheriff's Office Sexual Assault Unit began a donation drive to buy 10 Ring outdoor cameras to help survivors feel more secure in their homes. Since April, they passed their goal and were able to purchase 52 Ring cameras. They raised more than $5,000, and yesterday those cameras were donated to Lutheran Community Services Sexual Assault Advocacy Program. The program ensures cameras will be in the hands of survivors very soon. A man riding a motorcycle died yesterday in a crash involving several other cars in Spokane Valley. The motorcycle was traveling on East Trent when another car tried to make a left turn. The car hit the motorcycle and the rider was thrown from the bike, hitting at least one other car traveling in the opposite direction. The driver of the car was not hurt, but could face charges for failure to lead. And a bad crash at 5 Mile Road in Waikiki in North Spokane sent 4 people to the hospital. Sheriff's deputies say the car was speeding and the driver flipped the car, trying to take that corner too fast. Deputies say speed and impairment were factors. They say the people in the car, all adults, were seriously hurt. Washington State University kicked off a major renovation on its Spokane campus today. The college will be remodeling a building located on their health sciences campus. The 113,000 square foot building will be home to classrooms, offices, and a student testing center upon its completion. Renovations are estimated to be done by the summer of 2023. Juneteenth is this Sunday, a day for commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. And in honor of the federal holiday, there will be closures in Spokane on Monday. Spokane City Hall, Municipal Court, and all Spokane Public Library branches will be closed. Spokane City Council will also not be meeting next Monday. It's also a parking holiday, and that means it'll be free to park at all metered spots in the city. All riverfront park attractions will be open on Juneteenth. Garbage pickup and curbside recycling will proceed as usual as well. If you are looking to celebrate the holiday around Spokane, there are a few events happening locally. On Saturday, the Inland Northwest Juneteenth Coalition will be hosting an outdoor movie at Underhill Park from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. On Sunday, the coalition will hold an event called Praise in the Park in Liberty Lake. That's happening from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. And finally, a Father's Day brunch will be taking place on Sunday at 1:30. The state of Washington is also kicking off its Juneteenth celebrations this week. Governor Jay Inslee and members of the Black United in Leadership and Diversity group are holding an event today. Inslee will participate in a flag-raising ceremony along with giving remarks at the Capitol campus. This is the first year Juneteenth is an official state and federal holiday. All right, coming up after the break, the hearings revealing the findings of the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol continued this morning. We'll take a look at what came to light this time and the role that former Vice President Mike Pence played in opposing efforts to overturn the election. Plus, later, we verify, do health officials have an accurate read of COVID counts with so many people using at-home testing now? All that and much more when we come back.